Hi, this is Professor Karen Lin. In this video, I'm going to introduce to you the remote access to the UARK remote server. If you're using data analytics for accounting, which I'm using the second edition right now, you'll be asked to access the remote server for a huge database called the Dillard's database. So in the textbook, you will see labs like this asking you to analyze the Dillard's store data, which is a huge data that you cannot download to your Excel because the Excel won't fit the amount of data that this database contains. So you cannot do it in your Excel. You have to access the remote desktop. That's how you will be doing it. So this video introduces how you can access the remote database. There are a set of documents that I provided in Blackboard in this week. One of them is VMware instructions. So click the document, it will take you to the instruction. So click the link that have you installed the VMware, which is an app that helps to access the remote desktop. So I'm going to click this and go to download and install web page. Now find the version that you need. For me, it's the client for Windows. And I'm just going to download this app and install on my machine. I have already installed it, so I'm just going to show you the next step. Alright, after you install it, you will see something like this. It's a green icon with a cloud above it. So I'm going to click that icon. It will ask you to install to add the server. Alright, now I'm just going to click add the server. Where can you find the server's name? It is from the first page that I show you. There's a server called waltonlab.uark.edu. So we are going to use that. I'm just going to add the server and copy and paste the whole link to it and click connect. And it will tell you the disclaimer and accept. Username and password have been uploaded to your gradebook. So if you go to your gradebook, you will see the username and password. Keep the domain at GACL. Alright, so I put in my username and password. I'm going to log in. When I log in, you will see the enterprise system and just click load. It will take a little bit time for it to load the whole the desktop. Okay, this is because I didn't sign out last time, so I'm going to sign out. And it will be loading again. So you would be able to get in the remote desktop using the VMware. So on the top right, if you go the top, and then on the top right there's like a two arrows. You could minimize or smaller the window and not making the window full screen. But anyways, it will start logging into the remote desktop. Okay, so this is the remote desktop. It is just like a normal computer, which is a PC. I make the window smaller so that we can see it clearer. So I'm going to click Start. And it will show, just like your computer does, it will show the softwares that you maybe needed. In the future, we'll look at the Tableau. Right now, we will be using only the Excel. So I'm going to click Excel and get into the Office. And I'm going to start with a blank book. All right, so Lab 2-8, Part 2, gives you the detailed description on how you could connect Excel to the SQL Server database, which is the Dillard's database hosted by the University of Arkansas. I'm going to show you in the database how we would be doing it. So I'm going to click, this is my remote desktop. I'm going to click this Excel that I just opened a moment ago. So I'm going to do data, get data. This is a little bit different from my usual, the version that I'm usually use. So go to the new query from database and from SQL Server database. Okay, so now you will be asked to input the server and the database name. The names are uploaded on the Blackboard, and it's also on your textbook. On the Blackboard, click the server for the database, and it tells you this is the server. And I'm going to put it here. And the database, I'm going to put in here. If you are to write SQL statements should be input here. Now, one trick I have learned over the past teaching is that you should write your SQL statement somewhere else. It's in preferably in a text document. So I'm going to text. Okay, in the notebook. And I'm going to write my SQL statement, for example, select star from the database. Sorry, it's kind of slow. Transact. Okay, and where trend type does not equal to P. Okay, so I'm going to select top 10. Otherwise, it's just too many things that I'm selecting. Why do we need to put it in a notepad? If you could save it on the remote desktop. The good thing about it is that, first of all, it gives you a base that if there's something wrong you want to change, you have a basis that you can often go back and refer to. And second of all, you could have different versions of your code. Maybe one version does not work, you want another version, but if you write here directly the next time, you cannot keep a couple of different versions. That's what I'm trying to say. Another good thing about it is that in some other, like if you directly type in the statement area, some of the quotation marks will be the curl quotation mark, which cannot be recognized by SQL. So the notepad ensure they are straight, the straight quotation marks that could be recognized. So I'm going to copy and paste my code to this SQL statement. Okay, then I'll click OK. Now it will ask you what credentials you need. You would just say use my current credential and click OK. All right, so what it did, the code I wrote a moment ago chose the top 10 records of the dealer's database and show it to us. It's like a preview of the database. Now we will talk about the SQL in the next week in more details. In this week, I just want you to take a first look at the SQL and understand how to operate using the dealer's database. All right, I think I'm gonna stop here, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Talk to you later.